everyone, welcome back to Culinary Kids for Kids, and in this recipe we're going to learn how to make some salmon patties. So in your bag you will have some mayo, you will also have an egg in there, as long as crackers and a can of salmon. What you will not have in your bag will be salt, pepper, some oil, and a vegetable of your choice. For this recipe, we're gonna use some scallions or green onions. And this is what they look like right now, but whenever you go to the store, you're gonna shop for some, make sure they look something like this, okay? Beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're gonna need is our can of salmon. Make sure you drain the salmon. You can also use tuna if you like it better. And don't be afraid if your can of salmon has bones in there, because they are very edible. You can even grab them and crush them and you won't even know they're there. So we're gonna put it in our bowl. The next thing we're gonna need some breadcrumbs, and we're gonna need about 3 crackers or breadcrumbs, whatever you like or whatever you have. We're gonna add our breadcrumbs in here, and this is to remove all the excess moisture from our tuna or our salmon. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab an egg. Be sure to be very careful that whenever you're gonna break it or crack it, don't hit it too hard, because then it'll break and you'll make a mess. So if you think you need your parents' help, go ahead and ask them for help and they will be able to assist you with it. So we're gonna grab an egg. We're gonna kind of crack it a little bit and place it in our little bowl. Make sure you throw this away. And I also recommend that as soon as you crack your egg, you go and wash your hands, okay? Because it has a lot of bacteria. We don't want to get any bacteria, or we don't want to get sick from our raw egg. So we're gonna grab our fork and we're gonna whisk it. Make sure to start a little easy on it. Ask your parents for help so they can show you the motions. We're gonna go, this is how you whisk an egg. Whisk it until it all looks blended. And we're gonna need 1/2 of an egg. So that means we're not gonna use all the egg that we have. We're only gonna use 1/2, and the egg is to bind our patties together. So this will help our patty look like a patty whenever it's in our skillet. So we're only gonna add 1/2 of our egg. We're also gonna add 1/2 of our package of mayo, okay? So make sure you open it and you only add 1/2 of it. Add 1/2 of our package. You can always grab it in the halfway and then pour out the other 1/2. This is about a tablespoon, maybe so. We're also gonna need 1 tablespoon of oil, the oil of your choice. The recipe calls for 1 1/3. So 1 1/3 is already in here, but since we only need 1 in our bowl, we're gonna take out our 1 tablespoon right there. And the remaining 1/3, we're gonna put it in our skillet. And also, fun fact, 3 teaspoons equals a tablespoon. So since we need 1/3 of oil, you can always use 1 tablespoon in here and 1 teaspoon in our skillet. So you don't have to work extra hard like I did right now, okay? Also, we're gonna need salt and pepper. So we're gonna add some salt in here to taste. A little bit more, just grab a little bit more. And some pepper as well to taste. So depending on your taste, you will add as much salt and pepper as you like. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this green onion, and we're gonna use our knives that we have been provided with and our cutting board, and we're gonna cut little pieces. It may be a little hard, but it's okay. It'll help us become better choppers, right? You can also use a bell pepper. If you have a bell pepper with you, you can also have a bell pepper. You can grab some celery, and you can even grab carrots, or all together and make it into a very colorful patty if you like. So once all this is ready, get ready for the fun part. Don't be afraid to get dirty, as you know, working in the kitchen, cooking is fun, and sometimes it does require getting your hands a little dirty. So don't be afraid of it. It's gonna be fun, and you can always just wash your hands. So we're gonna grab our mixture, and we're gonna make sure everything's mixed together. Once everything's mixed together, we're gonna try to make patties out of this. So you're gonna this makes 2 patties. So what we're gonna do, if you feel like it's too runny, we're gonna add extra breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. I'm gonna grab some breadcrumbs. Mash them. Add the extra crumbs in here. And continue to mix. So there you go. You have your patties. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna carefully add some oil into our pan. Like I said, if you need help with your parents, make sure your parents are there with you so they can be able to help you and assist you in anything you may need. We don't want you to burn yourself. And the patties that we just made, we're gonna make sure our pan is evenly distributed with oil. The patty that we just made, we are going to put it in you can put it in your fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes if you want. So this can maybe dry up the patties a little more and it'll help it stick together. So you're gonna put it in your fridge, put it in a little plate, put it in your fridge for about 20 to 30 minutes, and once that's ready, we're gonna put it in our pan. So this is what it looks like, and let's pretend it's drier because it'll be 20 to 30 minutes past. And we're gonna add it in. Yum, that looks delicious. And then if your pan's big enough, you can add the 2 of them at a time. Make sure you have a little spatula or something that will help you flip your patties. Make sure you're constantly washing your hands as well, rinsing them, washing them. So you're gonna wait about, let's say 2 to 3 minutes on each side. You're gonna flip it until you see that it's fully cooked, okay? So we're gonna wait a little bit. You can, at this time, you can also shape your patties to, if you prefer, you can make them, rounder. You can shape them how you like. You want to make it for your parents, you can make a heart shape if you feel you can do it. So we're gonna let it cook so it can stick together, and it'll be easier for us to flip it over. So One thing you can do if you are very excited about, what you're cooking, you can always film yourselves cooking it, and then you can always send it to us and we'll put you on YouTube. How about that? That'll be pretty cool. You can always see yourself cooking, and then from there you can learn different ways to improve and learn different recipes. Another fun fact is that salmon is really good for your brain. So I know we're going back to school already, and we really want to get those good grades, right? So we're gonna flip it over. So any type of salmon, any type of tuna is really good for our brains. It has omega-3, and that's what makes our brains work even better. Also, any vegetable you use can also have if you use carrots, you'll have vitamin A in there. If you use any bell peppers, you'll have a lot of vitamin A and vitamin C. So I'm gonna try to flip this. If you need help, ask your parents and they can even help you touch it a little bit. Don't do it yourselves unless you really, really feel confident in your cooking skills. I'm gonna flip it over. Beautiful. If you can see in here, you can see the green onions in here. And the reason that our patties are sticking together is because of the egg. And you can even smell the taste of salmon. It's delicious. But if you don't like the taste of salmon that much, or you're not used to it, you can always add some lemon on your salmon patties, and it'll remove the extra taste of salmon. So while this is cooking, we're gonna come back to our cutting board, and we're gonna grab our lemon right here. Lemon has a lot of vitamin C. It's really good for our immune system. So it'll help us stay healthy, and it'll give our patties an acid taste. So that'll, remove that extra fishy taste from it. So once our patties are cooked and ready to go, if you want to flip it one more time, you can, just to make sure, but I don't recommend it. We're just gonna plate our patties in here, in our plate. Make sure they look real cute. And then we're gonna grab, some of our lemon. We're gonna squeeze it in our plate just so it can remove that extra fishy taste if you like. Any lime or any lemon will do. And if you wanna be fancy, you can cut up some parsley and put it on top, or even your scallops, you can cut little pieces. Grab your knife and you can cut little pieces and do what the professional chefs do, and top off your patties with some onions. Beautiful. All right, I'm glad you cooked with us today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.